Ah, there I am. Once again, it is Ted the Speed Learner. It is March 19th, 2011. And I wanted to first of all say to Adam, I am sorry. You were right. The yellow house was not the one in question. It was actually the house next door. What happened was that when I parked the car, I mean literally just to the right of the car is the Abraham Lincoln sign. So I just assumed that the yellow house was the one that we were supposed to videotape. It turns out it was actually the one next door. So when you watch the other video, if you will look directly to the right of where my car was, you will see that particular Lincoln sign. Okay. Now, having said that, I look forward. You'll be watching this whenever. I don't know when you're going to be able to watch this. Any information, any additional information you can provide beyond what I'm going to do today, that would be great. I'll tell you, one of the things I don't do is I don't tell people where I work or where I'm going shopping, that kind of thing. It's kind of a safety thing. That's why I don't tell people unless I see them in person and I know them particularly well. I don't go telling a whole bunch of people, hey, you know, I'm going to be in so-and-so and so-and-so places on a particular day because of safety concerns. That's not the kind of information you want to post on YouTube or Facebook or anything else. For one thing, people can rob your house while you're gone, and number two, they're going to cost you because they know where you're at. If somebody happens to see me and they tweet it, that's one thing, but I'm not about to advertise. That's just not the way I do things. But anyway, so it's kind of a safety thing, just letting everybody know. Anyway, enough of that. Where are we going today? Well, look at these little maps. Now, I'm going to cover this in greater detail when I do the video. I'm going to cover this in greater detail, and I know I'm sitting here stuttering and that kind of thing. I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to cover the maps in a greater detail at the end of this video, so be watching for that. Today we're going to go to Mount Pulaski. We're going to go to Elkhart. We're then going to go to Middletown and to Athens and swing back through Springfield before we go home. So that's my itinerary for today. And I'm getting the car warmed up here. I'm going to put on my little goofy glasses, just like this. I know my glasses have photo gray, but they don't work with a windshield. I don't know why, but they don't. Anyway, I know I'm in my goofy glasses. I'm going to go to Mount Pulaski. That's the first thing you're going to see. And I will tell you more when I get over there. So stay tuned. Good afternoon, everyone. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and I am in Mount Pulaski. And what you do is you take Route 121 and you drive it all the way up past Warrensburg, past Latham, and you can see this marker right over here. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. Maybe I can step up here. There we go. There you get a better view of it. It says Abraham Lincoln traveled this way as he rode the circuit of the 8th Judicial District from 1847 to 1857, erected in 1921. Now, to continue my discussion here, you drive Route 121 until you hit McDonald Road, and you'll drive into the city of Mount Pulaski. And when you do, you're going to make a left on McDonald Road. This looks like a Vietnam Veterans Memorial. I'll go ahead and show you the flags real quick. See, they're kind of flying off in the distance here. But anyway, and I'm going to keep going right over here. This nice little bell. And while I do, as I was saying, you take 121, you make a left at McDonald Road. Afterwards, you're going to make a right on Washington Street, and you're going to be right here. Yeah, and this says Cincinnati, Ohio, 1858. And this is the Mount Pulaski First School Bell, as you can see here. But the reason why we came here had nothing to do with any of this. We came here for one reason, and one reason only. This is the old Mount Pulaski Courthouse, And we came here for not just one sign. As you can see, this is Circuit Court Stop. But on top of that, look on the other side, and Lincoln's Law Practice. And I'm going to read both sides to you in just a second. Stay tuned. Now this is the actual Mount Pulaski Courthouse itself. I just want to show you this real quick before I go ahead and leave. And as you see right over here, that's the sign. So it's easily found. Alright, and I'm going to go down here real quick. This says Mount Pulaski Courthouse. Mount Pulaski served as the seat of Logan County from 1848 to 1853. The first county court was at Postville, now part of Lincoln, Illinois. In 1848, Logan County voters approved the removal of the court from Postville to Mount Pulaski. Local citizens raised $2,700 towards the construction of this building. Among those attending court here were Abraham Lincoln, Stephen Douglas, Lyman Trumbull, and David Davis in 1853. The county seat was moved by legislation to Lincoln. The Mount Pulaski Courthouse was then used as a schoolhouse, later as the city hall, and finally as the post office. The state of Illinois acquired the building in 1936. Hello one and all, I am at the Elkhart Cemetery, as you can plainly see, and I'm going to walk around here in a minute and I'm going to show you a couple things. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you this. This is the Elkhart sign, and I'm going to be reading this for you in just a second. I will go ahead and walk over here. Okay, this says Elkhart Cemetery. Northeast of this site on Elkhart Hill is Oglehurst, home and burial place of Richard J. Oglesby. Well, from 1824 to 1899, the only three-time governor of Illinois, 1864, 1872, and 1884. He was also a U.S. senator and a personal friend of Abraham Lincoln. Oglesby moved to Elkhart in 1890. John Dean Gillette's home is also on Elkhart Hill to the south. A New Englander, Gillette, from 1819 to 1883, came to Logan County in 1838. His cattle-raising operations were such that he became known as Cattle King of the World. He owned 16,000 acres of land at his death. Captain Adam H. Bogardus, from 1833 to 1913, the third of these famous men buried here, was known as Wing Shot Champion of the World. Bogardus toured with Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West Show. Okay. Now I'm going to let Adam of New Age Videos try to identify some of these things. This is a really nice chapel. We're in Elkhart at the cemetery, and it says something about St. Whatever Baptist Chapel of 1890, and I'll show you that right over here. Looks like it says St. John Baptist Chapel. Go ahead and show you this real quick. To the glory of God and in loving remembrance of John Dean Gillette. I don't know if there's any writing on the other side. Like I said, I'm going to let Adam of Adam's Life try to tell me some of this stuff. As you can see here, there's a little platform here. I'm going to go up here real quick. It's really hard to tell what all I'm seeing, because there's really not a whole lot of markers or anything. So, I mean, I could be seeing anything at this point. I'll go ahead and walk over here. Maybe he can identify all this. I certainly can't. Anyway, this is what the cemetery looks like. Huh. And over here is some kind of a building. In a moment I'm going to drive over here and see what this all is all about. Maybe I'll figure something out. Alright, stay tuned. I'm just guessing here, but I think this is the actual Oglesby tomb. And like I said, I really don't know a lot about this, so I'm going to let Adam of Adam's Life kind of tell you about this. Hopefully he will. If people ask me to and I get bothered enough, I may just do it myself. I don't know, but I'd rather have Adam do it. He knows a lot more about these cemeteries and stuff than I do. So I'll just let him. But anyway, we're in Elkhart. Here is the Oglesby tomb, I'm presuming. And, of course, it says Oglesby on the top, so that's all I can presume. Alright, I'll tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned. Alright, people. I'll tell you, chasing down these Lincoln signs can really make you thirsty and hungry. And if you're thirsty and hungry, well, right here in Elkhart, there's a place called the Talk of the Town Family Restaurant and Bar. And you're more than welcome to check it out. Here's a little sign right here. Look at that. Well, like I said, along your way, if you want to stop here, go for it. Alright, I'll tell you more in a minute. Stay tuned. Alrighty, this is the intersection of the Logan County line and County Highway 10. And we're going to turn right here. We're going to turn right to Middletown. Stay tuned. We have just left Elkhart, and we are now in a place called Middletown. And I know you're probably seeing this right now. This is the Looking for Lincoln sign. And I'm not sure what kind of a house this is. Oh, this is the Dunlap house. I'm going to go ahead and show you the Dunlap house here. And you say, well, where in Middletown is this? Well, we're on Madison Street. And this was what's called the Middletown Stagecoach Inn. It was established in 1837. And of course there's a sign over here. I'll go ahead and read this to you. Okay, it says Logan County Middletown's Air Events, October 9th, 1911. Vin Fizz, built by the Wright brothers, piloted by Calbraith Perry Rogers, armor sponsored, landed on Harmon Hinks Farm. The first transcontinental flight also carried 1st Illinois Air Mail from Peoria to Springfield. 1926, Charles A. Lindbergh stopped at Middletown en route Peoria to Springfield. January 18, 1984, John Petrine landed his 6-story AX-7 hot air balloon, the Flying Light Bulb, on Barton's Farm, making Middletown the only city where 5 world records were set in one balloon flight. October 6, 1986, James R. Lloyd Jr. landed Vin Fizz 2 on James Glenn's farm, marking 75th anniversary of C.P. Rogers Memorial Skyway flight. Alright, I'm going to tell you about the other sign in just a second. Stay tuned. Good evening, one and all. I have successfully made it back from my trip. If you hear the fan go off in the background, that's only because my computer is getting a little warm, but that's okay. So just ignore the fan. Anyway, I am converting the videos now, and there are a lot of them to convert. So just hang on that one, folks. Now, first of all, the maps. I had told you in the beginning that I was going to show you these maps. Alright, first of all, I went up 121 and I got to McDonald Street. You can see that that's right here, McDonald Street. And I went from Decatur to 121 to McDonald Street, and I turned left. And when I did, I went to Washington Street. Okay? And when I went up Washington Street, I found the Mount Pulaski Courthouse. And when I did, I found the sign. So that's the one in Mount Pulaski. Now, to get to Elkhart from Mount Pulaski, I went up Washington Street, and then I turned on 700th Street, which is also called County Highway 10, and I went to Elkhart. You're going to see a cemetery there, okay? So when you go up here, you're going to turn left. It'll be the very last street. You'll turn left, and you'll go all the way to Elkhart. You don't leave this 700th Street at all. At all. I mean, you don't leave it. You just go straight into Elkhart. And when you do, you're going to go to the cemetery, okay? And the cemetery is the first thing you're going to see in Elkhart. Okay, if you're going on 700th Street, the first thing you're going to see is the cemetery. And you'll see in the video that I actually went to the cemetery, videotaped the sign, I videotaped a couple of other things in the cemetery as well. And then you're going to go on this County Highway 10. This is going to become Chapel Road. It's going to become Gillette Road. And then you're going to go on to Drake's Lane. Okay? And when you go on to Drake's Lane, you're going to go about 3 streets down, and you're going to end up on what they call Logan County 10, or what is also known as Frontage Road. You're going to make a left on that road. Believe it or not, this Logan County 10 is the 700th Street of the Mount Pulaski to Elkhart part of the trip. Okay? So basically, you're getting off of 700th Street, or County Highway 10, and you're going to get back onto County Highway 10. And this is where you're going to go from Elkhart to Middletown. Now, you're going to follow this, okay? And here's that 700th Street again. Okay, here it is. You're going to follow it, and this is like 400th Street here, this is 300, this is 200, and then you're going to follow the 700th Street until you get to 100th Street. And when you do, you're going to turn right. And this road is called the Logan County Line. You're going to turn right, and it curves. Okay, this road actually curves to 125th Street. Okay, and when you go around the curve, you're going to see the post office. When you see the post office, okay, you're going to make a left-hand turn, and the very next thing next to the post office is the building you're looking for with the sign. Literally. Alright? And then you'll follow this. Now you're going to go down what they call Madison Street. Okay? The sign is actually on Madison Street. You're going to follow this down, and then you're going to end up on 1225th Street, or what's known as North Columbia Road. When you get down to North Columbia Road, you're going to take a right. Okay? And I am sorry that I wasn't able to videotape all this, but I don't feel comfortable videotaping and driving at the same time. It's just not a good thing. So, you go down to 125th Street, you're going to take a right, and then you're going to go straight down here to a place called Peoria Road. As you can see here, Peoria Road crosses Irish Grove, County Highway 10, Honey Hart School Road, and Harrison, and then Winterbauer, and then you're going to end up on something called Fancy Prairie Road. And when you end up Fancy Prairie Road, you're going to go straight down, and you're going to hit Illinois Highway 123. It's at Illinois Highway 123 that you're going to make a right, and you're going to go into Athens. Okay? Now, if you go left on that road, well, actually, no, you still got to go right. If you go right on that road, you're not only going to end up at Athens, but you're going to cross over Illinois 29, which takes you directly to Springfield. Okay? But in this particular case, if you're going to Athens, just follow to Athens. There are signs out there that tell you all this, okay? And I actually went to Athens, and I came back from Athens on the same Illinois 123, but then I curved down through Illinois 29 and went back to Springfield. Now, in this presentation, you're going to see everything except what happened in Athens. And you're probably going to be asking me, well, why didn't I include everything that happened in Athens? Well, that's because I have a story and a half for you on that. So, I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to show you everything, well, I actually have at this point, because this is going to be at the end of the video. I have shown you everything up until what I did in Athens, and I will tell you the story behind that in the next video. Okay? But, basically, now you have seen the map, and I will tell you more in the next video. Stay tuned.